Flight Boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Terry's Move. Flight Boss, the Archangel Uriel. And I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, man, I just jumped into the spirit. You know, I wanna talk about. You know what? I want to talk about. Look, the spirit is dark. The spirit is dark. Now I want y'all to build on that. I want y'all to build on that for a second. Think about all the things that make you think and feel the way that you feel when I said that. Because you know you was taught. See, everybody would think about all the ways and the feelings that you felt about that. You know that came from a certain person's imagination on what they thought darkness was. You know, I don't trust nobody, so I'm an ancient. Me and my soul group are very ancient spirits. So we don't agree to no terms and conditions. We don't agree to no terms and conditions. So I don't give a fuck how ancient some physical form of light is, taking some type of shape or form. You know, my ancient spirits, we know that anytime you even have the concept of being able to say someone can be possessed, or someone is controlled by unknown forces, or someone is controlled by unseen things and things of that nature, we know they talking about the spirit. So when we talk about things that's motherfucking being seen, I don't give a fuck what's in front of me that I think is being seen. I'm gonna question that motherfucking shit, because I got a real spirit. See what I'm saying? So we gotta understand this. We gotta understand the three realms. I'm gonna break down the spirit realm for everybody, but I want to get into this thing about this darkness and lightness and why everybody thinking this shit is opposite, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? You know, the light. See, I understand how people can get lost into the matter, into the physical realm. See, people will take the highest density of the physical realm and try to correlate that to the spirit realm, where we know truly that that's not even a vibration realm, and the vibration realm is before the spirit realm. Now we gonna get into that, but once we break this down, we're gonna understand how light is created and how light becomes a vessel for spirits to ride. You see what I'm saying? And you know, spirits, like, that's how spirits come into realms of realities. You see what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, see, we have a birth, life, death stage, but on a higher totality. These are your three forms that you have access to. You see, your spirit is ancient. Your spirit been born a long time ago. So your spirit is tied to frequency. So your conscious, your shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas, your smokeless flame, your conscious, this is your frequency, your line of events, your timeline, the idea. Now, when your spirit wanted to, now we get this lost into concepts of light again from physical, and start to understand that we would think that someone is trapping you, when truly this is spirits. This is what spirits are made to do. This is what spirits want to do. It's the spirits may get lost too far into these lights and illusions and want to stay up under those light rotations. But for the most part, we're going to break it down to what's actually going on. Now, for the most part, I'm finna speak about the zero realm. See, people get lost into the energy. The energy is the zero, then the plus realm. I'm finna talk about, before we go to the one dimension, I'm finna talk about the zero and how things get made up from the zero and the negative. See, this is where you get expansion and contraction from. This is where you get travel from that. So you can go from the zero to the plus, what everybody is doing for the physical, and then you can go from the zero to the minus. I'm going zero to the subtraction right here. So this is the unseen realm right here. So this is where your conscious, your spirit live. So check this out. You've been born as a frequency. Now, what is a soul? A soul ain't nothing but an individual spirit. So a spirit is a spirit that travel amongst a bunch of other spirits. So let's say a bunch of gases, right? We ain't gonna call them gases because people gonna get conflated with the physical form right now. But let's say this shapeless, formless, odorless realm, right? You're traveling with a collective of other consciousness. So y'all all have the kind of like the same shape. Now, your ability to perceive your own perception out of that creates a soul. Right? You go into a realm of reality, your own imagination about this travel. So you put yourself into a void within the void of your travel with these groupings. Right? So for the most part, humanity, y'all all came as a grouping. So before we get to that, now as you become an individual spirit, Now it's a soul, so it becomes a vibration. So now we go from frequency, the spirit, to the vibration of it. So we go to the time, the experience of that line of events, of that timeline, the vibration of it. Now everything that falls up under vibration is everything that has anything to do with fluid. See, all three of these have different forms. The three forms: frequency have a frequency, vibration, energy. Vibration has a frequency, vibration, energy. And energy has a frequency, vibration, energy. And we're going to get to that. But for the most part, when we talk about the now the soul is in the realm of reality and it's able to create its own imagination amongst the spirits. So when these things is together, now this is what able for you to travel. Now we're going to talk about how to travel within the yin realm. Now you still have access to this. This is how you able to have dreams and everything. So before we get to the physical, right, you know how you travel, you walk left, you walk backwards, look up and down in the physical realm with this physical body. Now your consciousness has always been doing this, and this is how it do it in the astral realm. So when it becomes a soul, this is the astral realm, right? Now this is still the zero realm, but check this out. This is what's happening, right? Now if you want to move, all these is not good and bad, so we have to get out of the religious text. You have to utilize all these in order to move right, so you can move right into any physical form. So, and you don't be enticed by lights. Now if you want to move forward, you have to feel like you're moving forward, feel accomplished. You want to move backwards, you feel like you're leaving something behind. You feel resent. You want to move down, you feel like you feel down. You feel like depressed, or you feel like you want to go into density, or you feel, you know what I'm saying, depressed or something. If you want to feel right, you feel like, if you want to move right, you got to feel like you're righteous or something like that. If you want to move left, you have to feel like you're going left field, or feel like you're opposing something. If you want to move up, you have to feel optimistic or feel happy or something like that. Now all these is going to take you to the way how, now once you really tap into this realm, it's going to look like how you look in the physical realm. This is how you move. It's how your conscious move. And the one that you move in is going to share a certain color spectrum. You see what I'm saying? But you have to utilize all these. So if you want to move diagonal, you add a little bit of happiness and a little bit of righteousness. If you want to move in that way, if you want to move that, you can't use too much in neither one, but this is how you move. And so you still have access to that. So this is how a person is able to know how you move, even if you just sitting still. But if a person know how you move, emotionally they feel that vibrations, because that's what you're doing in the astral realm with your soul and your consciousness already. And these things, this is how they play out in your dreams. But let's go out and let's finish this, right? So this is still all the unknown, all this unseen. This is all the zero realm. This is before you even see light. See, people don't understand. People is lost into the physical in so many ways. See, we talk about the zero realm and before it right now, the negative realm. Now check this out. This is before you even surface. Now, in the most part, now based upon your travel as a shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas with a bunch of other ones, for you to separate yourself, right, and see all travels in the way how you want to perceive it, based upon what you're relative to and you're perceived to. That's going to correlate to male and female and what kind of vessel you take and whatever light you go into, but that y'all all going into as one. But for the most part, look, when y'all traveling, right, the thing that you're doing is you're going in, when you're going through different locations in space, all you're doing is going into different, bigger, shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas that was there before you. So they're bigger and they have more control. So when you go there, in order to sustain yourself within that travel, you start to, your small frame start to cause friction with all those elements and things of that nature that consist of or the energies and the frequency vibrations that consist of the bigger shapeless, formless, odorless gas spirit, right? And then within that mingling, you are able to create a vessel for yourself, aka it will be seen as a form of fluid, right? So if you want to bring it into scientific terms, this will be seen as the first fluid glands that happens within your father. So the circumstance and the situation that you may have created as above for your father, or as below, what your father may have went through itself, whatever circumstance or situation was created to create those organ glands, right? That became the first bodies. Like the nucleus, the sperm cell, these became that's when we start to talk about when light is emitted, light is created. This when we get to zero and the plus, but we need to know how light is created. Light is created when two things come together, two spirits come together and cause friction. So when your smaller, shapeless, formless, odorless gas to cause friction to sustain itself, that's what it's doing in the astral realm. It's trying to sustain itself so it don't scatter, get lost into, you see, the imagination and be daydreamed and not come to no form of realization, to sustain itself, aka it'll play out as conscious and information to expand your shapeless, formless, odorless gas. You will create a body for yourself, which is the fluid that you can take. And within that realm of reality, then your transformation start, which is, that's what y'all think death is. But death ain't motherfucking what y'all think is death. Death is this transformation. So within that friction, you get a formulation of something. You get a birth of something. That's the transformation. That's light. That's what becomes light. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like the fluids that the Father created was the first form of either his male or female, and the influence of you creating, engineering that first body, that first reptilian looking body for you to take. You see what I'm saying? That's the first light. See, spirits use the light. Spirits are unseen, the unknown, and they utilize lights. They utilize vessels, and they utilize language laws to get and the light, no matter how high or low the density, depending on how high the conscious spirit is, they're able to come through all these forms and utilize these things and ride these things to experience. You see what I'm saying? And a group of them come together and create realms of realities. But we're gonna get deep. See, now look, now when you're talking about motherfucking you creating a body, now as the frequency vibration of the situation and circumstance that you resonated with that was able to attract you. That was the light. That was the friction. That was the light that attracted you to be like, okay, I can use this vessel. So you can sustain yourself in this realm of reality. Then now energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So that's death. So that's the physical forms. So you're not this, you're using this. That's why you can tap into your subconscious records and things of that nature and remember things when you wasn't in this vessel. See, if you was formulated, if you trying to say your spirit was formulated from the light, and it is the light, then you're truly nothing but this. So you could only, the furthest your mind could go is when you die. This is your spirit, and you have to wait to this disintegrate or do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you have to understand. No, quit correlating quit playing with the spirit. Archangel Uriel. So look, check this out. So we in a circumstance and situation right now where we're utilizing lights and we're creating lights and making more density versions of them so we can sustain ourselves through these travels. AKA that's just us receiving more information and shit. And within these travels, our shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas is able to receive enough information to become bigger, and we'll be able to take the fucking vessel of the motherfucking location that we was just traveling through. AKA the bigger shapeless, formless, odorless, flameless gas. You see what I'm saying? And we'll be able to take one of those motherfucking vessels, those bodies, because that motherfucker been there source for so long that it been creating a body for itself. So you're just going on your little ass on this travel. You see what I'm saying? So you need to understand that light and darkness is two separate things. Now, this is how light is created. Now, everything that's come from light, which you got light, sound, densities and all that shit, and all this is the energy realm. This is the death realm, what you call death, but it's truly transformation. So anything we add and attach to that is religious talk and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to do that. Your spirit chose to came here. This is your responsibility. You the one that's got lost into the light and illusion. Yeah, the spirit is lost into the light. The spirit ain't lost in the darkness. The spirit is lost in the light, and the lights and illusions. See, the spirit is the unseen. See, the unseen forces that we can't see, that you don't know. I can't see your spirit, motherfucker, but I can see all the organs and shit that all the many spirits run, and that your overall spirit run. You know what I'm saying? I can see all those motherfuckers same way you see the sun and the planets. These are vessels and forms that we can inhabit as vessels and forms. At the better we're able to gain wisdom and expand our shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas, the smokeless flame, the spirit, the conscious. See, when we talk about this world, we have to talk about it from a zero realm of reality, from a zero point of reference. We can't talk about it from the one dimension point of reference. That's the first body. You're in the first dimension. You're able to draw the first line. Why would you get stuck there? That don't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? This is real shit right here. The one dimension is the start of the physical world, the energy. Then you got to go to negative. Negative, this is the soul, the vibration part, the fluid, the wave, the people that the wave that the scientists is just now understanding. Then before that is another zero to but it'll start off at 9 again and go back to 0. You know what I'm saying? And and then that'll be the frequency phase. But see, we're lost in see, This is what it is. It's the frequency, vibration, energy. Your soul sit in the middle. So your soul is experiencing everything. So your soul is just jumping into taking many different bodies, many different vessels, aka bodies, the energies. Your soul taking many different energies. It's not condensing to an energy. It's taking many different energies. And it's riding them lights and coming into different densities and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? Then it's the spirit is before this is demanded. It's like the idea of your soul. How high your conscious is, where you came from, your lineage. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me for a second. So now that you understand that, you understand it's in that that's where the frequency at. So your soul is in the middle. So it's like your soul, your flesh could play like the bad cop, and your spirit could play like the good cop. You know what I'm saying? So the flesh is the light. You get enticed by the light and the illusions and the planets and the things you get lost in and things of that nature. Then your spirit is like, nah, think about the unseen. You know what you vibrating on. You know what's right. You know what's an illusion. You know what's in front of you may not be right. That's your spirit. Your soul is in the middle experiencing this. Your individual spirit. Your spirit is with a bunch of other, you know what I'm saying, just giving you transfer like a wire to your soul. And then your soul is in the middle, and your soul is like connected to a wire to your body, to your physical. So, but your soul is truly the one that's in the astral realm, experience all this shit, collecting in all the memory. This is why the vibration, the soul is tied to all fluid, because fluid is tied to memory. This is why water holds memory. This is why if you keep a glass of water and you go around a lot of successful people, right, don't even drink the water. Just let the experience go. Whatever y'all talking about or whatever that happens or whatever like that. Then when you go home, drink all that water. The water got all that memory. Yo, DNA gonna change inside you, and just something gonna manifest in your life that you get to experience what they experiencing. Trust me, that's why drink from water fountains in businesses that translate a lot of money. Fuck getting water from McDonald's and shit like that. Walk into a big ass successful business and go to their water tanks or get some of their coffee and things of that nature. See, don't you manifest a circumstance or situation in your goddamn life. Motherfucker, this shit is deep. And when we talk about the shapeless and formless, what you see that shapeless and formless in the physical realm is truly just a physical version of it got that science from there, but that science didn't become that. That's two things came together to create that physical type of form, how I just explained it. And you're just traveling through realms of realities and shit. So for the most part, you know, this is what y'all gotta get with. Now, see, this is the unseen realm. This is why you got so much space, because there's so much shit unknown. I'm bringing light to a lot of this shit, though. I shouldn't be. See, with my shape and form, with my light, I shouldn't be expressing this shit. Because, you know what I'm saying, my light could get destroyed. What y'all think is destroyed is just really getting transformed by other unknown forces and entities that's able to use bigger bodies and vessels that's looking at me and like, hold on, let's shut this motherfucker down. And come into my life in a way that it'll transform this light in some way, and I gotta use another fucking vessel to come to y'all as Uriel. This shit is deep, man. This shit ain't no motherfucking weak ass shit. This ain't no weak ass oversoul shit. This ain't no weak ass perception shit. This is some shit where we detach from everything. Man's laws, like, this is true star consciousness. I was a star before. I'm not fucking playing. I know what it's like to live like a star. I know what we was thinking about. I know what kind of brain I had. I don't care if you choose to believe that or not. I don't care if people think what the fuck I'm talking about. I know. I remember. See, that's the difference. With me, I remember what I'm doing. I remember my duty. I've been doing this and I'm doing the same. I know, I'm wise enough to know whatever I'm doing now is something I've always been doing. I know my purpose. And I know whatever I receive and gain, whatever shape and form it comes in, is what I need to filter through. But that's the way it is. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So as a star, when we were stars, we didn't look at things like, see, it's all about, we know we was a body. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, the spirits take lights. This is just, planets and shit is just higher forms of lights. That's why you're able to see. This is why I'm able to see you. I'm able to touch you. You see what I'm saying? But your spirit is something else. Light transform. Light, look, all lights burn out. All lights explode. You got shit, particles and shit. You got I don't hate particles and molecules. I call everything stars. You a star just like me. You just a different shape, color type of star. That's it. You got smaller stars, bigger stars. From the smallest to the, and this is all the physical realm. So you know what I'm saying? I just look at it like it's just fucking stars. You know what I'm saying? It's all lights. lights and illusions coming together. And the bigger your shapeless, formless, odorless, flameless gas is, you're able to take more of them together and utilize more shit and have more perception, more sight, more illusion, more rotation and shit like that. But this is all shapes and forms. These is all shapes and forms. Your spirit is the unseen, undark. It utilizes light. So everybody's spirit is dark. Everybody got dark spirits. Everybody's spirit is evil. If you want to look at it like that in your religious text. But no, everybody's spirit get lost in the light and the illusion and things of that nature. To the point that then shit, once it get tired of that light and illusion, it moves on. You know what I'm saying? Just like your light, this light gets transformed, dissipated. You know what I'm saying? It gets transformed though. That's why when you look at any form of light doing something, it's transforming something. What you think the sun doing? It's what you call death. But you look at death as stupid. No, it's just transforming. And whatever you think you're getting smarter or gaining abilities is actually worse. You're just sustaining yourself and building more parts of yourself out of the being that you're in to stay in one light, to stay in one illusion. You don't want to see things out of this illusion of light. So you cling on to these lights and illusions and shit. But I'm gonna stop this video. Yeah, flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air.